in now, coming in hot.
Let's get some reaction to the Halo news that has just dropped today. Jordan the Man, do you want to walk us through a little bit about what it is? It's basically an update on where we're at. We were promised a roadmap update here in January. They delayed it. We didn't get it in February, and now it's March. And it looks like Joseph Stanton actually released a little blurb today about what is happening.
Yeah, so this just came out hours ago, so like it's really new. So basically what they're saying, we won't go through the whole thing, but you can read it at Halo Waypoint, but they have 3 core focuses that they're doing. Number 1 is addressing issues negatively impacting the player experience. So I don't know, I think that would be bugs, like matchmaking, different ranked matchmaking I know has had some issues, so different stuff like that. Number 2, focus is completing Season 2 and delivering it as promised on May 3rd, which I think in Halo's life cycle right now is going to be a much-needed jolt because it for a live service game, it's not been very live lately. Like, they've had their little events here and there, but and we've even talked about it before. The game is really fun, but this is a long Season 1. Yeah. And they've delayed it, and it is very long, so it'll be nice and refreshing to get that new content that they're focusing on for May 3rd.
And he did announce the name of Season 2.
Yeah, the name of Season 2, we'll jump into that real quick, is called Lone Wolves. Woo! And it looks like it's, if you look at the picture art, it's kind of...
Let's see if I can pull it up.
This sounds dumb because, when I say this, but it seems like UNSC soldier themed, which is funny because every soldier is in the UNSC in this game.
It's Lone Wolf themed.
But it's very, it's very like kind of... I don't want to say military look, but the picture they show had the darker colors, kind of a camo look. Your kind of gritty soldiers, if you want to call them that. But it's called Season 2 Lone Wolves.
Yeah, here's what Jason Stanton has to say about it. He says, by theme Lone Wolves, we mean a core idea that guides the creation of much, but not all of the season's content. Lone Wolf Spartans are hunters, trackers. They're resourceful improvisers operating deep in enemy territory without resupply or support. They're fierce, rugged, and prefer to work alone, but they're still loyal to the Spartan pack. Here's an early peek at 2 of those lone wolves, and then it shows the picture, which I think we're about to bring up here on screen for you guys. Looks cool. Looks really cool.
Yeah, it does. It does. They kind of have that, at least the one on the left, if you're looking at the screen, has that kind of like military vibe with the camo, the dark armor. I like that armor palette. Hopefully it won't be store only.
Yeah. Now, he does go on to say that not all of the season content, right, he just said in that paragraph as well, is directly linked. And if you actually scroll down, there's another concept painting of what he calls Fracture Armor Core. Or sorry, that's the Fracture Armor Core right there, up. And that's the...
Yeah, which is the
10-ride event.
Well, yeah, Fractures are the... I don't know if you'd call them non-canon armors, I guess would be the proper term for them, so they can kind of get a little bit crazier with them.
Yes.
So, like the Samurai armor, for example, and stuff like that, and they each kind of have their own story to them.
There will also be playlist updates in Season 2. Balance changes, new modes, and maps, specifically one arena map called Catalyst, and another map named Breaker.
Yeah, and they do have, if you want to go look at the website, they do have concept art. No maps actually being shown, but they do have concept art for the maps. Big news. Probably the biggest of the blog. Focus number 3, they're continuing to work on Campaign Co-op and Forge and Season 3, which will be beyond Season 2.
Yes.
The problem with Campaign and Forge is they came out and said it is going to... I'll just read it. This is right from Halo Waypoint. Quote, the reality is that it's going to take more time to land a high-quality, full-featured 4-player network co-op experience in a massive, wide-open world of Halo Infinite. We're also committed to a great 2-player split-screen co-op experience on all Xbox consoles, from the original Xbox One through the Series X. And the non-linear, wide-open sections of the campaign present big challenges for split-screen that will have us take more time to solve.
I'm fine with that.
End quote. This means it will not be delivered on Season 2 as initially they said earlier.
You guys okay with that or no?
Disappointed, but understandable.
I'm disappointed.
Well said.
I understand that it's not ready, and I'm okay that it's not ready, but why is it not ready?
But why?
He does talk about their health, the team's health, and that they've...
Yeah, no, and I get it. I mean, making games is a stressful business, but it's just it's just disappointing is the best emotion for it. But it's like I'm not at that point with 343 because I do think they're doing a good job, and I do think what we're getting from them, even though it may be small, it is good stuff. And they're willing to make changes to make things better, which I appreciate. But it's like Battlefield 24. What are they doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a wonder is all. I'm not.
Well, here's something too. One of the new modes that is coming in Season 2 includes Last Spartan Standing, a free-for-all elimination mode.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then another mode named Land Grab, plus the return of an updated all-time favorite mode, King of the Hill.
Very nice.
King of the Hill.
Good job. That was a good impersonation.
Very nice. No, this update is good. I'm glad we're getting stuff. I'm glad we know where the team is at. I like developers when they do this, when they let you know what's going on. Even if it's bad news, they still tell you. It's just it just seems like there's been a lot of delays with the game, and it makes me just kind of wonder.
This is their first time. I mean, you're speaking about the co-op in particularly, but this is their first time doing seasons. This is a very long season.
No, yeah, and I think this season 2 will be a much
robust.
I think it'll be a much needed and a very welcomed additional content that people are kind of waiting for and craving for because it's been such a long season.
Here's the thing, though: if they come out with a season 2 and then they have the same, I would call it bare bones content from season 1. That's when you start to worry, Jordan. I think
like I said, I'm not like it makes me wonder. I'm getting that feel, just a small feeling in the back of my head. Are they too focused on the TV show now? Are they too focused on other media? You know what I mean? Like I know they're completely different departments and what the developers don't have, but I mean, it makes me think: is Microsoft more focused over here than here?
No, I think we've seen that Microsoft is all in on maintaining Halo as their marquee title.
Mm-hmm.
So
like I said, everything they've delivered to us, I have enjoyed. I've had my issues with like the battle pass and how you get challenged and how you do challenges and stuff, but they said they're addressed that. Now that's the other big thing. I think the longer you wait for a season 2, the more people are going to expect a bigger update. Yep. So I think they do have to deliver something substantial in the respect new maps, obviously a whole new season with new battle pass, but I think that's when you also have to deliver a readjusted battle pass system, and I'm just going to say it again, in addition to a secondary progression system as well.
Agreed. You need multiple ways to progress.
Like I
Weapon
think
skins is one thing.
Well, yeah, but I also think like I always use Master Chief Collection as the example. The way they did their levels with their tiers, I think that's an excellent. All it is just play the game and you level up.
And have another number next to your name.
Yeah, but instead of a number, it's an icon. You know what I mean? And show that icon at the beginning of the match would be really cool.
2 points and 2 comments in chat to take us out of here. Boy Will says people have been holding off on playing the campaign for the co-op, and Super Shocker says, I only play Halo in co-op, so I'm not a happy camper about this.
No, and I get it. I'm disappointed too. I was ready to go in and do some legendary co-op with 4 people. I understand that there's issues with the game and that they're trying to figure out a way to do it in open world, 4-player co-op, but I think there's plenty of examples that they can pull from to create and get a good idea of how they want to do it. Elden Ring being one of them. It's an open world game that has co-op that works.
Yeah. Spicy, final thought as we react to this breaking news of Season 2 Battle Pass co-op.
They just need content. That's what we and Jordan's right. Give us secondary content. Stuff that we like even in Overwatch, they have the progression system of just their icon. It goes from bronze to silver to gold to diamond.
Yeah, when you prestige every time.
Then they have stars around it, and then it starts to look like this glorious badge. Even that, something as simple as that. You could have an intern make that, an artist in a week or 2, and then figure out how to implement that in the game.
Even Call of Duty has the prestige system. Now, I'm not saying use those systems, but I'm just saying something that players can see. I think the tier system from Master Chief Collection is perfect because there's tons of tiers you can go through, and it puts an icon next to your name. That with how visual the game is, like showing off your skins, your armor, how they do that intro at the beginning, showing whatever tier you are, whatever icon that is at the beginning under your nameplate, so other people can see how much of a life you don't have playing Halo.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff like that is important. So